This video is going to show you a 4 more solo Pinnacle Ops farm for the Swordmaster set, one of the best sets in the game right now. If you're lacking some pieces, well then, here's a video, and we're going to help out hunters the most today, because I've only got a few hours left. Reset's going to change, meaning boon stacking's going to change. It could be worse, or it could be better, we don't know. I will revisit this topic within the next 2 days for all 3 classes, if there's better boon stacking than there is today. Because the stacking's good today, but it could be better, but you can still get away with it, right? Reason why you want to farm Swordmaster set. Ideally, you want melee super weapons on every single piece, and you do want 4 piece and 2 pieces. The 2 piece exhausts targets with sword, glaive, or melee damage, 25% outgoing, reduced for the enemies. 4 piece is the highest damage resistance set in the game right now available via sword or glaive. Okay? Smoke armor does exist, but it's not farmable. So if you haven't got smoke armor, your next best bet is Swordmasters via Pinnacle Ops. So this is very important, and the reason why it's so important is because heavy weapon is doubled. The double damage this week. Like I say, if there's better boon stacking, we cover it again on all 3 characters. But right now we're helping out hunters because they need the most help. Okay, so that's why. Okay, now we'll go into the actual... we'll go into the card first, right? Makes sense if we take it from the top. It's important that you follow the card. This is based on a B grade score. This will allow you to get bonus drops if you have any. I got 5 drops on my first run because I had 3 drops plus 2 completion rewards. So you only need B grade score runs. Accelerate Heavy is on. I've got Arc Hunger, Battlefield Promotion, Pressure Cooker. Extinction Revives is not on. That's for the player. I'm helping you. So even if you die in this run, you can keep going and you will still get B grade score, therefore tier 5 gear and such. Depending on power level, of course. But I'm trying to help you out as much as possible. It doesn't matter to me about revives, but it does to you quite clearly. Equipment needs to be unlocked. Arc Surge, Brawler, and Fury for Infinite Heavy. This is boon stacking, okay? This is why it's a good day. Especially for hunters. So, let's get this out of the way. Arc Staff. Any dodge you want. I like marksman's because we're not going to do much. You can go gamblers. It doesn't matter. The run's that short. We're going to farm this in 6 minutes. It won't even matter. Combination Blow, Pulse Nade, Temper Strike, Ascension, Fragment Sass, Backup Shock, Frequency, Ions, Resistance, and Focus. Pairing that with the Exotic Chestplate, Raid and Flux. This is going to stack with the Brawler mod to do impressive damage against Galran. You'll actually get 2 supers per phase. Right? There we go. There's armor mods. Triple solo weapon surge. Fontage. Lots of fonts. Okay? You're going to get that by Attrition Orbs, Wolvesbane. 159 super stats. This is very important. You need to listen to it. 2 super fonts equals 199 super. We will have fontage during DPS. Very important that you understand you want as much super in this as possible. If you run a low super stat, you will not be able to solo 1 cycle Galran today. Without full throttle, you will not be able to, and you will fail. You must listen to it, okay? If you skip this part, well then, I hope you suffer in your run then, because I've give you the information. And for people to just skip it, because you want things fast, you know, why? Just be patient with yourself, give yourself time, so that you understand, watch the video, then do your run. Yeah, use lads are wanting to do run while you watch my video, and then you fail, and then you comment and say, I can't do it. I couldn't replicate your DPS. Well, did you listen to all the tips, yes or no? And if the answer is no, well then you need to listen to the tips again, and then you restart. Yes? Weapons. Any kinetic weapon, doesn't matter. You could go double rocket pulse if you want. You can if you want. It doesn't matter. No primaries needed. A rocket pulse of some kind. I've got one on here, an arc one. And then Wolvesbane, of course. Because you can have Attrition Orbs uptime. That means more surge, more super damage. More super damage via Wolvesbane. Understand it? Okay, Ghost mod. Make sure that you have it on for Paragon melee super weapons. However, you know that the Ghost Focusum mod is hard work at the minute. Here's the artifact mods. Just pause the screen so you can replicate that. There you go. We've went over that. We've told you the stats. I've got 2-piece sword and 2-piece ferropotent on at the minute. Yes, went over that. My weapon stat is low, but don't worry about that for the run, really. We've got triple solar weapon surges and such. So, that's essentially the basis of the farm. Now then, if we evaluate Pinnacle Ops, there are only a few farms in the game. Let's go through it. Nord, Override, Avalon is not a farm. Whisper is, but it's only one completion reward. Nightmare Big Boy is a farm if boon stacking is available 6-minute runs. Derealize is not a farm. Vox Obscura is not a farm. This dungeon layer is not a farm. Kel's Fall is a farm. It's 10-minute completions, 2 completion rewards. It's not bad. Heliostat is not a farm. Encore is not a farm. Presage is not a farm. Starcrossed is a farm, and it's probably second best. It's probably the best when boon stacking is not available for Galran. Beneath the Necropolis is not a farm. Midtown is not a farm. Contest of Elders is not a farm. Coil is kind of a farm when things are up. But even then, it's not as good as what was shown you today. Nightmare Big Boy is 6 minutes per farm. Yeah, you're getting a lot of gear in an hour's farm. A lot. Okay? Again, if you don't want to do Nightmare Big Boy, you use Starcrossed. Which I might. If there's poor mods up tonight and tomorrow, I'll do Starcrossed farms, honestly. Because it's not that hard, Starcrossed. Starcrossed is the easiest one. In terms of, like, not needing boons and stuff. This one is quickest, but you need boons to solo one cycle him. So there you go. That is the information on with the run. One last thing before we start the run. We make sure that we have Grapple Melee on, an Ascension with an Eager-Edged Sword, with Stompies. This will allow you to save a lot of time on the run, right? We've got Rocket Jumping in reserve if we need it. In reserve if we need it. But you should be good with everything that I've showed you here. So make sure that we have that, yeah? And then obviously we'll swap to that when we need it, that loadout. Okay, series, that's solo 6 minutes Swordmaster set farm on Hunter being done, right? So, we're going to Eager Edge here and we're going to shoot this bell, okay, with the Rocket Pulse. Now, as the bell closes, you need to watch this. Jump, just as that happens, twice. Use a Grapple Melee and Ascension. Boom. Do this technique. This will save you a hell of a lot of time. Yeah, and you can rocket jump here, but I'm going to show you that you don't even need to for players who can't. Yeah, we've got rocket jump if we need it, if we mess up jumps. But I've quite clearly showed you, you can do that without even rocket jumping with the grenade launcher. So Eager Edge twice here, shoot the bell, whatever, sword the bell. Yeah, and then 180, shoot the bell again behind you. Jump down, that's the next skip. Okay. And then we're just going to work our way to the next bell. We'll switch our subclass as well over. May as well to take advantage of Brawler on Arc Hunter. I'll just get Ascension first. So I'll pop Ascension here, do my loadout swap, created already in advance. That's my actual loadout for the run now. And now we just need to clear these ads. Okay? So you can just go around. You can build up Wolfsbane. You can pre-prep it. Wolfsbane nanite meter needs to be full, which it will be by DPS. Okay, so you can do a little bit of preparations for this bit. Okay, don't worry about speedrun this bit. Yeah, I mean the ads do sometimes spread out a little bit, slowing it down, but it doesn't matter either way. What you need to understand is how to damage this boss properly. Okay, yeah, we'll just get rid of some of these legionaries. Middle. Again, just prepping Wolfsbane. The ads do hit hard, look. They do still hit hard on this difficulty, on Ultimate Portal. Okay, when you get score credit, that's it done. Remember, this will be more than a B. This was an A grade run, actually. Wasn't even B. It was higher than that because we sped run it, you see. Shoot the bell with Rocket Pulse. Turn behind you and kill the bell bearers. Kill the 2 bell bearers first. Okay, make sure they're both dead. That opens the bell at the other end. Check 4 corners of the room. Kill your Scion and check symbol. Now, if the symbol is cup or sun, pick it up. If it's axe or dog, do not. Now, it's sun, so pick it up. Okay? Basically, if you have axe or dog, use that as your last symbol, you get more DPS. It's a routing thing. It's not exactly required. And this is really advanced information. The routing's faster. You can run to the boss quicker for DPS on if you exit the room on an axe or dog, bottom end of the map. But I've got sun there, right? I think we get sun and cup on this run. Can't mind what symbol that was there. I wasn't looking at it. But anyways, we destroyed the bell here. We've got our 1 symbol. Okay, make sure you kill both scions in that realm as well. Okay, make sure they're both killed. Because one of the scions will respawn. That's key to this. If you don't do that, you won't do it. Having another scion up is a nightmare. Gives you time bonus for DPS. Okay, we can stun this unstop with opening salvo. Shoot the bell. Skip the unstop if you can. Use the axe. Yeah, heavyweights on so you can one-shot all of these. Use rocket pulse if you need to. Or melee. They knock you about, nightmares. These nightmares knock you into walls. So don't take too much liberties with them. Just sword them down. By the time you melee them, they can physics you in a wall. Use rocket pulse on the bell bearers again. We're back in the realm. Now remember before, we had a symbol on the ground. Yeah? That symbol that was left, a scion will replicate or duplicate there. You leave the scion. Do not kill this scion right here. Pick up, see, we got cup. Not the best symbol. Sun and cup's not. So there is an RNG element to this. If you get axe and dog, or if you get axe or dog at all, your DPS is increased. You will get an extra 5 to 7 seconds of DPS, which does matter a little bit. It does matter just a little bit, yes. You get more unstable essence DPS. Talk about unstable essence in a bit again. Just have to keep reminding people because everybody forgets about it. I guess none of you lads played Shadowkeep. Kinda done. Because nobody knows about this buff. There's only me that knows about it. I don't know why. Shoot bell. Skip champ. This is DPS. We need to go quick. The quicker you go, the more damage you get. Okay? Yeah, they're misbehaving on this run. Look at that. They're starting to misbehave. So we actually lost a little bit of time there. 5 seconds is lost. I hope you understand that's how important it is. Use rocket pulse. Pick up your nightmare. Unstable essence is a massive damage bonus and stacks with brawler and everything in the game. Head for the boss. Okay? 2 light heavy. Pulse nade. Unstable essence is still up. Massive damage bonus. You should do around half HP or close to. Now I got bad RNG there with the nightmares and I got sun and cup as symbols. If I got axe and dog, it wouldn't have been as hard as this. But RNG is RNG. Okay? Then whip out Wolf's Bane. Do your 3 light heavy, then 2 light heavy to proc sword storm combo. Super, look at super regeneration's back. Look at what the melt here, what we're doing with them. We haven't got a lot of time left, but we did get bad RNG. In better circumstances, we would melt him quicker. If full throttle comes back up, as a maybe tonight or the day after, well then we can revisit this on all characters. But there you go. We get Nightmare Galran. We get our 5 drops. And like I say, you can farm this. You can farm it in a team. Makes it more consistent if you want to farm it in a team. LFG, I'm sure that there's people farming Swordmaster's sets. In a team of 3, this is a non-factor. You'll do it with no matter what, right? So there you go. That's the solo farm for Swordmaster's set for Hunter Mains. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.